So you might be asking yourself, why would anyone want to speak an extended amount of time about The Sims? More importantly, what is The Sims and why does it matter? The Sims is a life simulation game published by Electronic Arts and developed by Maxis. The game is not the first of its kind, but it was unique in creating the first semi-realistic life simulation experience for normal everyday life in all its eccentricities. The series has spanned over 4 core games and several expansion packs in each game, every update providing a new and unique experience for the player. Since its conception, the main appeal of the game is the ability to allow you to create custom characters with a wide array of appearances and personalities. That's been the driving point since the beginning, the evolution of sim creation. However, there are also a wide array of situations that you can put your sim in. In fact, everything ranging from real life to the supernatural. The Sims has covered pretty much everything under the sun when it comes to simulation. However, every game tends to cover the same series of themes in its expansion packs. One base game, an expansion pack for occupations, city life, foreign getaways, pets, something loosely related around the popular celebrities at the time, and something just plain weird. Things like college and weather have been added in later games, too. But you don't want to hear about all that factual stuff. You want to know why I care about it. Maybe it's because when I was young, my mother introduced me to the first game. I instantly fell in love with it, even if the first family I ever made died in a fiery inferno. Sometimes that happens in The Sims. Even despite all the hardships that came with the original game, because it was much more difficult, I liked it, and continue to like it enough to get The Sims 2. The Sims 2, in my opinion, is probably the best in the series in terms of creativity. The Sims 2 is the second installment and for a time had a huge advancement in graphics. What made this game so wonderful was the creativity. You see, I may joke about being highly knowledgeable in Sims lore, but I'm not kidding. Pre-made Sims had something unique now, because aging was implemented in the games and you could have entire family trees, generations and generations of Sims. You could create a legacy. And so the pre-made Sims had a legacy too, their own stories and personalities, and sometimes they still died in fiery infernos. The first Sims game I bought with my own money was The Sims 3, and from that point onward, I bought every single expansion pack and stuff pack I could get my hands on. Everything from traveling to France to touring with Katy Perry. And I did it all. I once had a sim last 14 in-game weeks due to a small case of vampirism. Hours and hours were lost to this game, but I didn't think it was a waste of time. I thought it was wonderful. My fascination with The Sims stemmed a lot of interest in me. Interest in names and genealogy and strategy video games as a whole. For years I was obsessed. It was my thing, and I was proud. Naturally, I was excited when the 4th game came out, but it was quite a nosedive from The Sims 3. Certain features were omitted from the base game and people began to assume the series had taken a hit towards capitalism and greed, a low point in the series. But now that Maxis has returned to the franchise in the 4th installment and the rumors of another game coming to the next few years, we have to wonder where the series will go. Personally, I believe that higher quality graphics and detailed AI is fun and all, but what the series needs again is the same heart it had in the beginning, the same inventive and quirky situations and characters. If there is a Sims 5, consider what I say now an open letter to Electronic Arts. Ever since I was a child, I adored your franchise, and I know you're a gaming company concerned with money and profit, but never forget that one of your most famous franchises, The Sims, has stemmed so much more than you anticipated back in 2000. Never forget where it came from. Humble beginnings and a few pixels. Graphics are impressive, but what modern video games need most is heart. That is why if there's ever another installment to my favorite video game franchise, no, I'll be the first to check it out. But I'll never forget what The Sims used to be. My favorite expansion pack in the entire series out of all the ones I've played was Make and Magic for the original Sims. In that game, your Sims could enter an entirely new magical world filled with wonder and mystery. And maybe, in a way, that same feeling my Sims felt is the same feeling that I want to feel. I hope that someday I will get to feel that magic again. Thank you for listening.
EA Games.